Alright, welcome back. This is part 2, episode 36, I believe.
It's not part 2, it's just back from break. You're not used to being in the studio.
Yeah, no, you're right. I guess this is...
Break.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, you're used to the mobile.
This is actually my first time in the studio.
It is. Yeah,
So-
and it's nice because, it's just one.
Yeah, no, okay. I need to get used to that, but,
It's alright. You've been used to saying part 2 for 6 months now, or
yeah,
whatever.
just about.
Yeah, longer.
Yeah, just about, yeah.
As we started. Yeah, well, fuck it. It's already the 3rd month of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even used to signing 2017 yet.
Yeah,
I
me
know.
neither.
Time's just flying. It's
It
crazy.
is. By the way, I really feel like we just kind of skipped January and February. Like, honestly,
It almost seems like that in a way.
I remember
point.
certain highlights. I think I remember Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything major.
yeah.
I do not.
Huh?
I said I don't remember Valentine's Day.
I remember. Well, it's because you just got drunk, right, and jerked off in the corner with your own tears.
Nah, I just jerked off.
No. I can't remember which one's the time with the tears and without the tears.
Right.
When you were looking at John McCain. And
Tuesdays
when you
are the
weren't.
one with the tears.
Oh,
Yep.
Tuesdays with tears.
Yeah, yeah,
Tuesdays. Yep.
Tearful
He
Tuesday.
knows. He knows.
Tuesday. That should be a new thing. We should
Wet
start
Wednesday. There's Throat Punch Thursday, which is kind of hot if you ask me. Punch me in the throat while you're jerking me off.
that. Yeah.
I like
Fuck Friday.
Yeah.
We can do better.
Yeah. Fellatio
Friday. There we go.
Hey.
Tranny Saturday.
Gotta catch
Sex
yourself
change
mid-sentence.
Sunday.
I like the weekends.
I know you do, because
Try
it
to
involves all
avoid
the
them.
homosexuals.
Hey, they're ladies now, okay?
Oh, right, my bad.
But listen, if it doesn't have extra pieces, why the fuck do you want to play? You
I
know
agree.
what I'm saying?
No, I agree. Chess, not checkers.
I like something with a little extra.
A little extra bite to it.
Yeah, extra few inches, whatever.
That's what I keep asking for Christmas. But
If you're wondering, you're being
Santa
attacked by
doesn't
a
want to
dog.
deliver. It can even
Yeah.
be his 3 inches. I don't care. Just want a couple more.
It's a little bit more than you. I mean,
Yeah,
so,
no,
yeah.
exactly. Like, I'll give you some cookies. You can suck my dick.
Santa? Wait, what?
I'm making sex bribes with Santa.
That's alright. He likes it. I think.
That's what I've heard. He works around a bunch of small people, so
Yeah, they're really just children.
They're all
Yeah, right.
nice level. Perfect level. Yeah.
right.
He's the perfect mix of Jared from Subway and Bill Cosby.
Well, he doesn't have to like.
Oh, I meant you, not Santa.
No, you're right.
I was trying to think of a real famous pedophile, and I couldn't come up with one besides Jared.
I can make one for you. Me.
Well, I mean, aside from ones I work with, and I said ones. Yeah.
Looks like I've got competition.
Yeah.
So, you guys want to hear about we're all gonna die?
No,
I don't either, to be honest.
so lay it on me.
The permafrost.
Yeah.
So I was seeing on Vice last night, and I will cite Vice because it's where I saw
Even
it.
though they're not reputable, but
No, not at all.
they don't know what they're talking about.
No, not at all. I love Vice, by the way. If you guys aren't watching Vice, shoot yourself. It's on YouTube. It's fucking free. It's got all sorts of good shit everywhere. It's a great media area. And in fact, one of those media areas that also runs a lot of podcasts and shit too.
Really?
Yeah, they do all sorts of good stuff. Bill Marza, he's a
Wow.
nice guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, saw this thing on Vice about permafrost, and essentially, the permafrost that's trapped underground is 1.8 trillion times stronger than the CO2 that's out that has been released in the air since the fuck, I can't remember the name. The age where the Vanderbilts are from, and the
I'm not sure.
what the fuck age did we go through?
You're talking about like the industrial.
The industrial age. Yes, you got it. Yeah. So that completely ruined my statistic because I was stumbling on the fucking. But yeah, basically, if this permafrost comes out, and here's basically what happens: is it releases. It's incredibly volatile. They were taking this little torch thing, And like it was creating this like massive funnels of fire coming from the
Good
ground.
Lord.
Yeah, which you're
That's
like,
not good.
holy fuck. Also, when that comes out though, the land also drops.
Yeah.
And they went to this crater in Russia, and it's 300 miles deep, and like, or no, sorry, that's 300 miles. Let me check my
I was gonna
notes.
say, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's incredibly.
That's-
I apologize.
30?
300 feet deep.
Oh.
Sorry,
That's pretty close.
and miles wide.
How many miles wide?
It didn't really say.
Oh.
They said there was miles. Like, part of it's hard to tell because, like, even when they're at the edge, there's a lot of cracking going on, like, behind where they're standing.
Gotcha.
Like, it's constantly getting wider.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, they're like, listen, this could be one of those things that once it goes, it may be impossible to stop.
Yeah.
And it'll just, like, it'll be a massive sinkhole that we all ended up are affected by. Because you think about, like, if it would get to the sea, it would cause all sorts of tidal waves, all sorts of fucking problems there. Like, we could just literally start sinking into
Yeah.
ourselves because
Which
it's
we are
permafrost.
already.
We already are, yeah. I mean, and it's so much more volatile than they thought that they literally said if we don't fix this, like our grandchildren, if you're in your 20s, you will most likely be in a state where you will run out of water at some point. You will be uncomfortable, like you'll lose electricity. You're gonna have to live in like this horrible like post-apocalyptic kind of life, and you'll be like in your 70s or your 80s. You'll be too old to do
Yeah.
anything. But like that could be what we're looking forward to. Our kids may not even like our kids won't make it
Wow.
out of this. Like we've got to do something. I don't know how much that's true because like they're literally talking to this Russian scientist about it. Now I'm not saying like. He's a Russian scientist. He's not real. He's not true. But like, you can't tell. Like, it's just one guy's opinion.
Yeah.
And he's seen it grow. Like, so he has that. Like, he's that close to it. Maybe he's a little too. But it is a big fucking thing that we
Yeah.
should worry about. Like, it's not something. Well, it's not going to affect us in 100 years. Who cares?
Right.
You know. I think it was you, Cody, that said like, I don't want to leave this worse off from. Like,
Yeah.
because every generation inherits shit.
Yeah.
Like, we should be the one to be like, we're
Not our problem.
Right. We should be the one to be like, we're changing.
Because eventually there's going to be a generation where they can't say it's not our problem.
Right.
It's going to be their problem.
It's gonna be the problem.
And I don't want to be that. I wouldn't want to be that generation where it's like, well, thanks for screwing us all. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. And I mean, our generation was fucked from the get-go.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in, like, America. Like, like, my generation, which is the beginning of all of yours, was the 9/11 generation, where it was impossible to find a job because we had 9/11, a recession, and gay people were everywhere, and PC people were yelling at the gay people, and all sorts of crazy
Gay
shit.
people are just blowing each other.
Yeah, just for fun.
Just out on the street corner.
And then I get in line, and everyone's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What?" The street blowjobs.
You're halfway in between the PC, so you can yell at people, and halfway in the gay line, so you can blow people.
I was like, "Faggot, suck my dick."
It's not very PC though.
No.
Homosexual doesn't have the same ring to it though. So.
No, it doesn't. I wonder if dirty talk between gay people is that way.
You think they call each other faggots?
Yeah, like
Suck my dick, faggot.
Yeah, like they like it. You know, like how your like woman likes to be called a slut or a
Yeah.
cunt or a whore or whatever.
Mine doesn't.
I mean, I don't know if mine likes
I
it.
tried that.
but
didn't go
I
well.
sure do it a lot. Anyway, we were talking about, I think, with your girlfriend, who enjoys being called all sorts of names. We were talking about like how much. Just a couple.
There it is. It just kicked in with Gabe.
I know.
I'm trying to take a drink and I'm trying not to laugh. Spit it all over the place.
It usually gets on your face anyway. It's just sperm. We were talking
Pretty
about
good.
the fact that like a couple degrees would make a huge difference.
Yeah.
With this permafrost thing, they're actually estimated about 10 degrees will be the difference.
Yeah.
Just huge.
Mm-hmm.
We all live in like a tropical kind of area,
Yeah.
which would suck. I fucking hate the heat for one.
Oh, me too.
Ugh. today here in Kansas, we've got, I think it's like in the 40s.
Yeah, it's
a
beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful day. Great day just to like hang out with the family, watch movies inside. Love it. Can't stand like weather. We have no excuse to like not go outside.
I know.
Ah.
It was like 80.
Yeah,
Oh.
like go outside, enjoy the sun.
See, I don't
fuck
think
your
80's
sun.
too bad. But
Even
once
at-
it gets to like
Even at like
90
65.
plus, it starts getting a little uncomfortable.
Even at like 65, I'm starting to get like,
It's
sucks.
coming. It's
Yeah.
bullshit.
I would enjoy it if it was like between 65 and 75 all year round. That'd be perfect for me. Perfect. But
I mean, I could go.
you can always add layers when it's cold.
Exactly.
But you can only take so many layers off when
And
it's
here-
hot as fuck out.
And here's the thing, like, this summer, here in this state, it will be, I guarantee you, 110 at some point.
Oh, yeah.
You raise that temperature by 10 degrees, 120, ugh,
Yeah.
like, you're dying.
Somebody the other day was telling me that it's almost like if you have a mild winter, you're gonna have a mild summer. And I was like, what?
That's not
No,
true.
it's not.
That's
I don't
like-
think that's
that's
true at
old
all.
wives' tales, and we believed
I
that for
think-
a long time.
I think if you're gonna have a mild winter, I don't know why, but I think it's gonna be hot as shit this summer.
Well, yeah, because it never got cold.
Well, I'll tell you the one thing that you will have is you'll have fucking pests,
Yep.
insects,
Oh, yeah.
all sorts of nasty shit you can't get rid of because it didn't die. over
Yeah.
the winter.
Yeah.
But anyway, so here's the thing. We were talking about the permafrost. And you were actually, Gabe, Cody, quite informed on this whole thing about what they're doing. This scientist it came up with a plan to keep the permafrost from escaping all at once or in large chunks. And he's literally got like farms of like horses and big like reindeers and shit like that, like running around on the ground, and it's stomping it down.
Now, are we talking about the scientist or Santa?
The scientists,
Okay.
not Santa.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was reindeer. which is
Right,
cool.
exactly.
Yeah.
Rudolph.
Moose.
Moose.
And he says that at this point, from his studies, they're keeping it tracked down. They're keeping up their progress at a pretty decent level. We still got to stop this. We still got to make major changes to like how we do things. It's not even like we have to do that. Like, we don't have to like fucking circuit the power grid or something.
Right.
We just gotta like, I don't know, maybe all drive electric cars or something. I
Yeah.
don't know,
Yeah.
which I would want to anyway, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It's cheaper.
yeah, exactly. We said we have shitty cars. Like, we have
Yeah.
old shitty cars. Like, we don't give a fuck.
I gotta go electrify my car. My batteries are running low.
But like, is that a big deal?
Did you just say you have to go electrify
He
your
did.
car?
He did
Not
fucking
charge
say
it? You gotta
electrify. He has gotta
electrify it?
electrify
Yeah.
He's gonna do the thing where he like hits the two
Oh,
chargers.
Jesus. Just puts jumper cables on your
Oh
car.
yeah, no, it'll
Electrocute
be
yourself
instant,
getting in.
instant fucking electrification.
2 on the battery and 2 on his nipples.
I charge my own car.
I'm about to feel good.
But anyway,
It got me back.
Anyway, he says at the rate that they're going at, he feels like they're at about a strong 60%, but they're stuck at that 60%. And here enters the woolly mammoth. He believes.
I feel like that would have sounded really good in an NPR voice, by the way.
Sorry, but I can't do it. I've got too much of a.
And here enters the woolly mammoth. Scientists are working on genetically splicing the elephant and Gabe's dick.
Yes, that is
Is
how.
that Mighty
That is
Mouse?
how. That is how. That is how done.
No, but yeah, no, it's.
But yeah, like
I didn't think this day would ever really happen. I didn't know they already had a woolly mammoth because I didn't think they would actually go through the process of
yeah, they've been actively
splicing.
They've
frickin',
actually been actively working,
which is crazy cool.
I could see where you were coming from when you were like, "No, this ain't gonna happen," because like really, that sounds like something out of a fucking movie. But they are, and these are some of the best genetic scientists in the world, and they say within 10 years they could have up to 100. They didn't say they should; they said they could.
And I
Have up
guarantee
to
you,
100. I doubt they'll get that many because I think those things are pretty big, and you don't want to introduce that much of a,
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, that'd be pretty quick on the ecosystem. But, you bring in maybe 10 or 20, big difference. I would love to, see dinosaurs, basically.
Here's what I
dinosaurs
question.
currently.
There's no real, predators in these Arctic regions aside from a polar bear and, killer whales. But the mammoths aren't gonna... They may go swimming every now and then if they can handle the temperature. I don't know what they're...
Oh, they can, yeah. Some of them. But the one that, they pulled from is one that froze to death in the water, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
Out there playing Marco Polo.
Polar bears don't typically travel in large groups. So there's not going to be any natural predators for the woolly mammoths. So what are we going to do when they start overpopulating?
And what I'm guessing, and I don't know if I'm right, and...
They should introduce all females or all males.
But life finds a way.
God,
you remember fucking Jurassic Park?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
That's
do.
one of my favorite lines from that movie. Life finds a way. You gotta get the sounds like me fucking.
They were so busy trying to figure out if they could, they never stopped to think if they should.
Exactly. No, I think that's probably what they will do. And they'll probably have rotten out wombs or whatever.
You know what actually would be good? PETA would have a fit. But you could have male and female, and every now and then just kind of kill some of them off. And you could harvest it. You could make use of them. Don't just kill them off, but you could make use of their fur, make clothes. Maybe not clothes because that'd be a little creepy. But
I feel like we don't need to do that though.
Why?
Walking around with a woolly mammoth coat.
Yeah,
I just mean you could find ulterior uses for
if they naturally die.
I wonder
if
mammoth tastes good.
I don't know.
Hey, what are we having for dinner tonight? Oh, I picked up some mammoth steaks.
Right, this is the Flintstones. They come and put a steak on your car and just tips over.
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna throat fuck you.
I feel like we could find some uses for them.
Yeah, there's a big one, stomping out that permafrost.
No, I mean if there becomes an excess.
I don't think there will, because I'm sure they will probably all female or all male or something.
Yeah.
Probably all female.
Because that's a big region to cover, so it won't be excess for a while.
For a long while.
But
no, that would be a good problem, I think. It's hey, we got too many mammoths. Okay, let's go get a Black Hawk helicopter and a Dillon minigun.
I think
AC-130 coming in.
I think at this point, an excess of any animal would be good.
Well, there's a few that wouldn't be, but
children don't count.
Well, I was gonna say the poison dart frog.
There's definitely not an excess of those.
I'm saying
Those are dying.
but it wouldn't be good to have an excess.
Oh,
King cobras.
king cobras are badass.
Ugh, that's my biggest.
You're like Indiana Jones.
That is my biggest fear.
Snakes.
The king cobra specifically.
No.
Walking into a room at night and there being a king cobra all arched up
Well, I don't know where the fuck you live, but chances are king cobras
fucking Egypt, okay?
I'm gonna find a way into your house.
No, I'm just saying.
I told you to get rid of that basket.
That's one of those things that freaks me out.
Yeah, you can't be playing those tunes at night.
But that's what I used to serenade him. That's what I used to set the mood.
No.
I charm a snake before I go down on it. I get it on
the black mamba.
Right. It's not black. It's more
just
Korean.
a little.
It's more of a Korean mamba.
Korean mamba.
Or a gardener snake.
You just call it a gardener snake?
I used to have one of those.
Did you just call it a gardener snake?
It's a gardener. But
anyway,
around
besides
here,
that,
I used to have one of those. By the way.
Here's my thing with that, and I'll claim ignorance on snakes because fuck snakes. I hate snakes.
I got a funny story about snakes and snakes.
Is it funny?
Yeah, it is funny.
Is it like your other two jokes?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Are we gonna be skeletons?
All right, I'll just tell it now. All right.
Well, now wait, hang on. You never finished
All right,
his.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was pretty much done.
You're just naive.
On the snake thing. Yeah, I just said just fuck snakes.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I meant with the woolly mammoths and stuff. Pretty much, yeah, we might have woolly mammoths, which is kind of cool.
That'd be dope.
That'd be cool.
It'd be like Far Cry Primal.
Where's my spear?
Except for it'll be interesting and fun.
I lost my spear. I gotta find a stick. All right, so yeah, we're at work, right? And we're about to load. Hold on. It's not gonna take very long. We're about to load a truck, and I see this thing slithering off in the distance. Oh, go and catch a snake, right? And I'm showing all these guys. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Yeah. So this one guy, I'm going over, I'm showing it to him. He's like, "Get that fucking thing away from me!" So I take it over closer to him. He's like, "Get that fucking thing away from me!" I thought he was kidding. Next thing you know, I'm getting fucking big ass rocks thrown at me. Yeah. I'm like, "Oh, this motherfucker's not fucking around." It's like, "Okay, let's put you down over here." It's like, I didn't realize you were scared of him.
I don't blame him.
I love them.
Oh, I fucking
Me
hate
and my
snakes.
dad used to have a 7-foot boa.
That's awesome.
Ugh.
No, it was just
awesome.
a little garter snake. I mean
used
he
to
was
have one.
bigger
It was-
than normal. I haven't seen one quite that big. I mean, he was about 3 foot long.
I feel
Really
like
good
there's
pet.
And
not
he
a
was
good
a
reason
pretty good size,
for
but
a snake.
I thought he was cool as
I
shit.
just think they're cool.
I had one when I was a kid. A couple of them.
I'm gonna get one someday.
Just go out and
Another one.
catch them.
I would not hang out
Go
with you.
catch like rat snakes and shit too.
I'm gonna bring one to work.
I feel like they probably would be kind of cool to have to like eat mice and shit. Especially now that like fucking mice aren't dying and there's a fucking shit ton of mice in Kansas.
Yeah.
I actually fucking almost I was, like stepped on a mouse.
Really?
Yeah,
Where?
outside of Walmart.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
That's kind of a strange place.
Yeah, it is.
High
Right.
traffic and everything
that just
like
makes
that.
right exactly. That makes me like wonder like okay, how many fucking mice are running around in this town?
Yeah.
And it's not like it's a dirty town. I mean, it's not New York. I mean, there's
Right. Yeah.
no one. We don't leave trash
You
around.
know, that's why I wish PETA didn't exist, because I firmly believe that we should experiment, like shampoo and shit like that, on rats. Because if they die, they die. There's an excess of them. We gotta test it on something. I'd rather test it on rats than a human.
I feel like we
But
should.
some-
Shampoo's gonna kill somebody.
I mean,
but I guess I
listen,
arguments.
it's not illegal to test on animals.
I know.
It's just looked down upon.
Right, and I think that rats should be the main thing, which it is. Because then you have such an excess of them, you kind of clear them out a little bit.
Or mice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rats are worse, but
Not around here.
wow.
Now up in New York.
Yeah.
New York,
Good
yes.
Lord.
And rats are fucking horrible.
I was talking more about New York, 'cause
Um,
they're more prevalent there than here. But
yeah, oh yeah, way more.
Yeah.
There's a whole story behind it, and I don't really remember what it is.
About what?
About why there's so many rats.
Ninja Turtles.
Like on the east side.
Because that's where the ships came in.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
There's something else too about like why why we only have like farm rats around here. We don't have like we don't have sophisticated city rats in this area.
Wearing a top hat.
You're right. You do, Governor.
Okay.
Worrying about the stocks.
I don't know. I don't even worry about the stocks.
I know a few rats.
You should.
out there.
I know I should.
I saw
It's
this
just
thing.
something I've never understood.
I saw this thing where okay, they took 3 people and one didn't, and this was right before the recession. One didn't, he saved all of his money and just had cash. Pulled all of his money out of everything, just had cash. One person that invested right before the crash, so they put more money into stocks that tanked, and then one person that invested after the crash. And the interesting thing is, and I think, you know, the two that invested, they were both like, I think it was around $500 to $600. And they pulled it out like last year, and both of them were thousands of dollars more richer. And one of like the one that invested after the crash had like I think like 14 grand more, but the other one was still super rich. Like,
Yeah.
and then the one guy with the cash, and oh shit, he
Yeah.
spent his cash. You know, like
Right.
it really is good to play the market. Like I'm
It's
not.
just something I've never been able to understand.
I agree, and I know they say like the best thing to do is find like the penny
Yeah.
ones,
Yeah,
the ones that
yeah.
are worth a dime. You know this.
Yeah.
You know XM stocks at one point were a dime a piece.
Really?
Yeah. Many of our heroes, and you know whatever, bought thousands of dollars of XM stock at a dime a piece, and now it's like $6, $7.
Wow.
Yeah, that's money. That's
Yeah.
big fucking money. Anyway, maybe we should not do business because we don't really know that much about finance. We just
Don't
know
listen
that
to
we're
us.
fucked financially
Yeah.
as a country.
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, anyway.
Yeah, that's how it'll be for the
Unless
next
we
4
live
years.
unless we live in California,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll start legalizing weed. I did hear, by the way, speaking of weed,
Yeah.
they're not gonna go as crazy on it as they said they would. Really?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, Spicer said that, like, you know, only bad people smoke weed and blah, blah, blah. And Trump was like, yeah, you know, it's not a state's right to choose that, whether it's legal or not. But then, it was like last week, they were like, well, we won't be as aggressively going after it.
I think they should be going after more.
And I wonder why. Like, I wonder if it's the money behind it.
And you know, that just adds to
I think that should be something they majorly look at. But yeah, go ahead.
That just adds to my point about why would you trust Trump? Because just a couple weeks ago, he said how this is going to be like the hardest campaign they've ever had against. So,
Do you remember?
and now he's coming back on it.
You remember 2 weeks ago when Trump addressed the country, and everyone said like, "Oh my God, he's a president." NPR said Trump hit the reset button. I mean, the most democratic liberal people were like, we now have a president. Trump is not. Dude, he lied 51 times in that speech.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
yeah, he's a liar. He's horrible liar.
Well, he's a businessman. That's the problem.
Right, and that's what they do. They lie.
If that mouth's moving.
Yep. And it's more half-truths than it
There's
is flat-out
being
lies.
shot at it or urine being
That's
competed.
exactly what I was going towards.
It's more half-truths than it is lies.
Right.
Still.
It's enough to get you to commit.
Right.
It's like when you get married. You know? Like, you first meet the chick and she, like, looks good, giving you blowjobs all the time, and, like, you know. And then after you're married, then she lets herself go. Not even on birthdays you get a blowjob.
You can't even eat her ass anymore.
I think that's just you.
Yeah, I think that's just you.
That's just me.
I mean, at least
Yeah,
Cody
yeah.
still lets you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, before he poops. But, you know, whatever. That's gross.
Yeah, I prefer not after.
Well, there's been more than a few times I haven't told you.
Wouldn't you rather want a clean cannon than a you know, like, one that hasn't
Yeah,
been...
but you never know. Maybe you didn't.
I don't wipe. I just let it get all crusty. It's gotten so crusty at some points where it can't even come out. It's just a seal over it.
Just a big soup. Like a nasty skate.
Like you're
Yeah.
eating like a fucking crunch bar.
Like one of those granola. It's got the nuts in it too.
So,
and
okay,
Yeah.
whenever you did do that heinous, nasty thing on a woman, what was there ever hey, did you shower?
Is there any etiquette to it?
Yeah, like
No.
Oh.
No. Well, alright.
okay,
so,
what if like the
I mean,
entire
yeah,
day,
you think
what if
about
the
that
entire
shit
day
before. You
she's
think,
like farting. And, like she's got like bad gas all day.
if you catch on to that stuff, yeah, you're not
Yeah,
going
but you
to.
probably didn't know that.
Huh?
But you probably didn't know that.
But if I didn't know, yeah, of course. I had no fucking
You
idea.
just went in nose deep.
Tongue
Gross.
deep.
Oh. God, this is so disgusting.
No, you guys should try sometime.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's an experience. It's
No, it's an
Yeah,
experience.
there's a lot of things that are experience.
The Holocaust was an experience.
Good lord.
Let me tell you about an experience. Two guys in Chicago. Chicago. Were they were causing a ruckus on was it Thursday morning, Wednesday morning? I can't remember the exact date. They were let's just say this. They were running around. They were humping things, and this was in an apartment complex, by the way. Breaking into people's cars, doing all sorts of craziness. They actually, at one point, reportedly grabbed each other and they're brothers, by the way, grabbed each other by the face and proceeded to kiss each other and make out, or humping each other. Didn't say intercourse, but they just say humping, and rubbing up on each other and all sorts of shit. And
I have the weirdest boner right now.
I mean, yeah, it's so weird. But what do you think caused this?
Some mental disorder.
Wrong.
Drugs?
Yeah, but which drug?
Bath salts.
Wrong.
I was gonna say
Meth.
Mushrooms.
Oh, nice.
They're on fucking shrooms.
Really?
I know,
That's
right?
kind of weird.
I know. That's what I'm like. I didn't think shrooms could do that to you.
I've never done shrooms that do that to you.
I haven't either.
Have you done shrooms?
I've done shrooms.
I wonder if
No, yeah, mushrooms.
Oh, there's got to be something else in it.
Yeah, it's got to be laced with something because
Yeah.
The top screen came out just shrooms.
weird.
Yeah. I mean, they probably did like a lot, maybe. I don't know.
Had to have.
I don't know. I've never been
20
horny on
G's
shrooms.
worth? God, that'd like straight up kill you.
I wonder if they pictured each other as somebody else.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's hard to say.
Maybe each other pictured them as themselves.
Yeah, maybe they're just...
Maybe
Like,
they're just really
maybe-
narcissistic.
Maybe they're gay and incestual people. Like,
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, you know,
Well,
drugs make people horny.
psycho drug
I saw
like
that
that.
thing on. I saw that thing on Vice about like the meth heads and whatever.
Yeah.
Like the one dude is fucking his mom like regularly.
Oh,
Yeah.
His
Isn't
mom
that
was just
weird?
alright with that.
Well, she was a big meth head too.
Oh.
weed makes me super horny.
Oh.
Weed
God.
doesn't do shit for me like that.
Oh God.
You too? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it makes me super horny.
Yeah.
So when you guys have your special
Well,
smoke
depending,
breaks,
depending on like the environment and everything. That's what is the determining factor on that.
like if you're gonna pick up your kids from school, then you're rock hard.
Oh God.
Show up just beaten off.
No, but
Watching Barney.
no, but if you're surrounded by women and stuff, yeah. But
How often are you surrounded by women?
not so much anymore. It's very saddening.
You're lonelier than O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. Fucked up.
I have an interesting question
I
for
got
you.
very sad now.
Just
no,
saying
I'm just kidding.
Just
But,
seeing this fly around.
I know. I'm about to kill this motherfucker.
Well,
We shouldn't have.
I have a question for you.
He's holding on to life.
Earlier we were talking about they don't die off because it didn't get cold enough.
Yeah.
Do you think that if this continues on this path, do you think it's going to be like a virus or a bacteria? You just about hit me in the face.
That was
Guys,
pretty.
the fucking fly.
A virus or bacteria where the longer this goes on, they'll evolve to where even if it gets cold,
Malaria and shit like that.
no, where like, let's say 32 degrees kills them right now, which it should. Let's say that this goes on how it goes, it's not getting cold enough, and eventually it gets to a point where even 32 degrees won't kill them. It has to be colder than that, where they kind of evolve. And
They
become
evolve
tougher.
they
to
get
the
used to,
environment.
Like,
yeah.
you know, viruses,
Yeah.
they become immune to certain medications.
I think so. I think they could do that.
That's a problem.
Oh, that is
That's a
because then
serious
you
problem.
have like the malaria and
Well, yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of shit.
And there's just an overabundance of them.
Yeah.
It could be a problem.
I don't know why people don't. That's one of those things, like the whole permafrost thing, or the fact that like the clean water bill we did away with. I'd love to jump on a bunch of other shit that doesn't, but the defunding the thermal satellites.
Yeah.
You know, the gag bill on the climate scientists. Like, as an American, why isn't us coming out against Scott Pruitt and Trump, like, why isn't that, like, everything we're doing?
Yeah.
I don't understand. And the funny thing is, 52% of people in America believe in global warming.
Yep.
41% or they say it's not true or they're not sure.
Yeah.
And then 10% don't care.
Yeah.
So I would say the majority of America believes in climate change. Like, why aren't we like pissed? I mean, I'm pissed, but like,
Yeah.
you know, what does that do?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like, what? Why?
People have gotten lazy over time.
Well, and I don't understand.
And they complain about these things, but don't take action towards them.
And I don't understand why we get so much flack when we try to do something about it.
Right.
Like, if we're potentially helping the world, why does it matter?
Well, and it's like, even if you go off like on a protest or whatever, half the time you protest, people are like, "Why are they protesting? It's not gonna do anything."
Right.
Yeah. Ugg. Speaking of protests and things that won't do anything, it was National Women's Day Thursday.
It was National Women's Thursday.
I noticed no change at all.
Nope. None. Yeah.
I worked with a woman actually Thursday.
Yeah.
She went to work.
It was funny because there was one person on my Facebook feed that shared this picture, and it was just like a cartoon sketch, and each woman had a shirt on that said something else, and one of them was wear red, and then one of them that I got a kick out of was black out social media. And I don't know if that meant no. If you're blacking out, you're not doing social media, which in that case you have already failed by sharing that.
Yeah.
Or if it meant to completely saturate Facebook with in that case they also failed.
They tried. At least got one thing out there.
Yeah. And then the other one that I got kicked out of was no women work that day. That was a pretty well known one. I was like, okay, well, now we don't have to pay you fuckers. More money for us.
This coming from a guy without a regular job.
Right.
No, which I think they should have. They should have taken the day off. Like, that's the point. You're showing, like, what happens. And, like, if you have a Republican husband or whatever, you should not take care of the kids that day. You should not, be like, that's you. It's you.
Yeah.
But, no one's gonna, they're
Right.
fucking. They're like the Mexicans. When it was the Mexicans' Day, the Immigrants' Day, fucking, you didn't see a Mexican at work.
No, you did not.
Lazy fucking beaners.
Because they know, they know they're underappreciated.
Well, they're afraid, like, INS was coming, so,
Right. The ICE.
Yeah, they're right out their way. These fuckers are fucking horrible.
Oh, I know.
I don't know. They look like they're ran by Goebbels.
No, I agree. A bunch of, like, Pawn Star looking people.
Monster
with
looking
neck
people.
rolls.
So, here's the question. I hate to get back. Like, we've got a couple things to talk about, but I do want to touch on this brief. Do you think Trump's gonna, like, eat shit on this wiretapping thing?
No.
I mean, like, people like John McCain and stuff like that are coming out and they're like, you've got to address this.
No, he won't.
I don't think he will.
I mean, because there's no proof.
Right. If it holds true to prior events, no, he will not. Because he hasn't eaten shit on anything else.
That's true. Trump's never wrong.
No.
Which is
No.
weird.
It's like a female.
Well, and when he is wrong,
They're never wrong.
When he say he's like a white privileged old man.
when he is wrong.
But yeah, that too, yeah.
When he is wrong, nobody makes him eat it, so.
Or, I was given wrong information.
Right.
He says that all the time.
Blames it on someone else.
Yeah. He's a perfect candidate. Love that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Do you want to go over the free agent news?
Yeah, we've got a decent amount to talk about there.
This is NFL, pro football, the free agency. That's been a big thing going on. This is one of the biggest free agencies I've seen in a while.
And Seattle's jumping all over it.
They're
jumping over 3 running backs: Eddie Lacy, Adrian Peterson, and Jamal Charles.
Which they haven't picked up any of them yet.
Now, as a Seattle fan, how do you feel about that?
I don't feel like they should be worrying about running backs. I am happy to see that they picked up Joe Eckel.
Yeah.
Or Jekyll. I keep
Jekyll.
He's a second-year tight end from Jacksonville, and he's a left tackle, which is really important to protect Wilson. I think that's really cool.
Definitely.
I was really glad to see that that's the only thing they've committed to right now.
Yeah.
But I think they need to stay away from, like, AP or Jamal Charles. Jamal Charles is old and
I don't think they need a
broken
running back.
Do you know Jamal Charles has never completed an entire season?
Really? Because he's been injured?
Yeah.
Got injured, yeah.
He'll at least get hurt for like a couple games.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Now, Eddie Lacy, he might be a cool add-on.
I guess, but not really.
It depends for what kind of money he wants. Is the
Yeah. Thing. I tell you what, the Browns, they're slowly becoming like a...
They're quietly...
They're on their way to be a super team.
A huge...
They're going to be the next Patriots.
Here's the thing.
It's kind of weird.
I
Browns.
don't know if I'd say Patriots, but Cowboys for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, their offensive line is fucking
What
stacked.
hurt them was losing Pryor, though. Because now they've got Osweiler. They're getting a better O-line. Really, if they'd have been able to hold on to Pryor... Because Terrell Pryor went to the Redskins.
But think about if they get like a really good running back in the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, then they don't really need to worry so much on having like a good receiver. And they picked up Kenny Britt.
Oh, did they?
From the Texans.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember seeing that. Like they've got some stuff to fuck with. Like I'm not saying like how many times, and Cody knows this more than you do, Gabe, because he's known me longer. But how many football seasons, start off and I'm like, I think the Jaguars they're going to do something this year.
Damn near
Because
every year.
The Jaguars on paper actually have a really good team.
Yeah.
And like if you play them on Madden or whatever, they're almost unstoppable.
Just about every year, he's like, Jaguar, this is their year. And last year I really thought it was going to be their year.
They've got, two of the best receivers in the league. Bortles is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Good defense, great running game. But
they just don't seem like they vibe together.
No, they
don't. And I think that is really, for whatever reason, and you actually bring up a really great point. For whatever reason, you don't look at them and see that chemistry that you see in a lot of teams. And you can be an absolute all-star team, but if you don't have that chemistry, you're not going to go anywhere.
No, you're pretty much like
so important.
You're pretty much like the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs.
Yeah,
just fall apart.
Or Manning.
I don't know what the fuck happened there. That was crazy. How are you gonna let?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
They always
How are
do
you
it.
gonna let the kicker win the game?
Well, I mean,
That's just kind of crazy.
Well, they just suck. No, I don't know. Like the Chiefs always do that though. Like,
yeah.
It seems like they start.
How long have you been a Chiefs fan?
My whole life.
Exactly.
I started going to games when I was 5, I think.
Have you ever known them to? Remember a couple years ago they had that 13-3 season. And it was like, holy shit, here we go.
Yeah.
Then the first game in the playoffs, and they
just lost like
What
the first couple
4 years
games.
ago?
I think they lost the first game.
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, because last year, not this last year, but the year before,
Yeah.
was the first time they won a playoff game in like 20 years or something. And it was one.
Yeah.
And then they were fucked.
Yeah.
They're shitty, and I don't know what it is. Cause
I'm a loyal fan though, because I'm not one of those bandwagon jumpers.
I don't blame you. No.
Which there's a lot of those people. They'll be
There
going
are.
for them when they start winning, and next thing you know, I'm going for this team now.
That's how Cody
Those
is
are
on
our
the Giants.
rival.
The who?
The Cowboys.
Oh, actually, that's what I was about to say. Like, that's kind of how I am. I wouldn't even call myself a bandwagoner so much, because I'm not like, now I'm a Cowboys fan. But come on, it's hard not to cheer for Dak Prescott.
Not to mention that is, I think, as a football fan, you should have an AFC team and an NFC team.
Yeah.
And I know some people are like, no, what? No. They're like, well, no, because, okay, for one, you're only giving yourself 1 in 32 chance to be happy. At least you're giving yourself 2 in 32.
I have a friend.
And they're not going to play each other if they're... Or maybe they'll play each other once or something, but...
I have a friend that he swears up and down that you cannot like another team.
I know a lot of people
He
like
gets
that.
mad at me because I'm a Broncos fan. And this last year I was talking about it with the Cowboys. I was like, no, I'm really going for the Cowboys, especially after the Broncos got eliminated. I was like, no, I'm really going for the Cowboys because I really like them. He's like, you're such a bandwagoner. I was like, no, I like the Cowboys. I like Prescott. I like Zeke. I like what they're doing with the team. He's like, you can't like anyone if you like the Broncos.
Also,
I'm like, yes, I can.
Also, you can be just a football fan.
Right, exactly.
My brother-in-law doesn't know shit about football, but loves the Chiefs. He doesn't watch games. He watched more games this year because I kind of made him.
Yeah.
But typically, never watched playoff games if it wasn't for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
All he watches is the Chiefs. That's all he pays attention to is the Chiefs.
Yeah. Which I don't get.
One of the big things that happened with this free agency was Alshon Jeffries.
Yeah.
He was a fantastic receiver. Going to the Eagles, by the way, which makes them a really dangerous weapon. But I brought it up to him. I'm like, what do you think about Alshon Jeffries? And he's like, who?
Ugh.
I'm like,
And
but he'll name like third string Chiefs players, and he'll expect me to know them.
And see, that's what I don't get is like I'm a Broncos fan. I always will be, but I'm also a football fan. So it's not like I don't just watch Broncos games. I like to know what's going on in the NFL.
You love the whole thing.
And just speaking of Cowboys, do you think anybody's gonna pick Romo up?
I think the Texans.
I think so.
will.
I think if they're smart, they won't.
There was one team that was majorly looking at him. I can't remember who
It was the
though.
Texans.
Was it the Texans?
Well, they say the Texans and the Broncos, but the Broncos have
I know the
stated
Broncos
multiple
were,
times that
but
they won't pay him.
Yeah,
And get this, by the way, as a Broncos fan, all the analysts, everyone says he'll probably go to Houston because he has a better chance of going to the Super Bowl
really,
than with the Broncos.
really.
Yeah, like when did the Broncos drop so hard? I mean, I know they didn't make it to the playoffs, and the Texans did, but I mean,
Yeah.
That was literally like a couple games. I mean,
Yeah, that was. I mean, with the Dolphins, we were competing. It was within 2 games. I don't know. I don't know that I'd really agree with that. But regardless of what team, I don't think it'd be wise to sign Romo.
I think if you're trying to do a one and done kind of thing, like, I mean, because the Texans did trade away Osweiler. I didn't know that Tom Savage is like 28 years old. The dude's
Really?
Not, yeah, he's
not. Wow.
I thought he was like a quarterback of the future kind of guy.
Yeah, me too. I thought he was a lot younger than that.
No, he's like on his way out.
Wow.
Okay, so maybe it wouldn't be a terrible.
So maybe just for this 1 year to, you know, you got DeAndre Hopkins, you got a decent team. You know, I don't know. Like if they have the cap room, it might be worth it.
I tell you what I'm worried about is the Broncos this year, because our right tackle is already pretty shitty. Our left tackle's iffy.
Your left tackle's gone.
Our left tackle's not gone.
Okung?
I don't think he was left tackle.
Yeah, he's left.
He
tackle.
was?
Yeah, because he was Seattle's left tackle the year before.
Okay. Ah, great.
He is a Charger
Even
now.
better, yeah. We lost Okung, which was arguably the best guy on the line.
Yep.
DeMarcus Ware, there's been rumors that he's going back to the Cowboys now.
Either way, he's not going back to Denver. But I think Denver did that on purpose.
What's that?
They cut Ware. They
Why?
won't sign him.
Why?
Because they got Shane Ray.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
And then they got Von Miller on that same side. Like, you don't really need,
That's true.
you know.
I tell you what. What do you think about Deshaun Jackson going to the Bucks? Because I think that may have been the best move that they've made in a while.
He's a big play guy, and that's what they need.
Yeah.
You know, Mike Evans is a fantastic possession receiver, but yeah, Deshaun is like a home run kind of guy.
This last year, the Bucks didn't really do too bad, and I feel like if they'd had a few stronger players in a few spots, they really could have been a lot better. And I think running back's one of those positions.
Well, I think a lot of it is just if Martin recovers from his addiction problem.
Oh yeah, his Adderall.
Then you could see a much different team.
Yeah.
I mean, because he was great last season. Not this last season, but the season before. He was fantastic.
Stephen Gilmore, he went to the Pats.
Which is arguably, many say, the best defensive cornerback in the AFC. How the Patriots pick up these guys and do this shit, I don't know.
Money. They have the money, so they offer it to him.
I guess, but they've got to start. I mean, they've got a pretty stacked team. Mm-hmm. You think? I mean, money's not endless.
Yeah. Patriots are the richest team in the NFL.
Yeah, but they still have a cap. Everyone has the same cap. I mean, I don't know. I'm wondering if there's certain guys that are on their way out that they don't talk about.
Maybe.
You know,
I'm sure there is.
Some Neanderthalic boozing up guy that seems to be hurt a lot. I'm wondering if he's on his way
Talking
out.
about Gronk?
Yeah. I wonder if he's on his way.
He is hurt a lot. Especially this last year really screwed him. And Seattle messed him up.
And he demands a lot of money.
He does.
You know?
And, he's a good receiver because he's big, but I don't know.
Yeah, for a guy that's hurt all the time, I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah. Lions, they signed TJ Lang, which is big.
It's not a sexy move. Like, people aren't even talking about it.
Right.
That's really...
Yeah.
That guy was one of the biggest offensive linemen out. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing to look for on a team is the offensive line.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't be a good quarterback if you don't have a line.
Yeah, exactly.
Phillip Rivers is a great example of that. He's a great quarterback, but his line was shit. And so that's why the Chargers haven't been doing so great. Which, by the way, I think he's still looking at Denver.
Well, by the way, I think that's the big problem with Denver.
What?
They didn't have a line.
Oh, no, I agree.
I
agree. Because Simeon isn't that bad. Same with Paxton Lynch. I like him as quarterbacks. I think they could obviously use some work. But really, they weren't that bad. And I feel like if they had some defense...
I think the only reason why Seattle's okay is because Wilson's used to running around and throwing the ball.
He is definitely a scrambler.
He's got to run for his life anyway, so...
He's a little guy, too.
He's a little guy.
He's got to protect himself. Latavius Murray, he's a free agent. You think anyone will pick him up?
I know Seattle's looking at him, too.
Yeah.
He'd be a good pickup.
I agree.
For any team, honestly. He's a good running
But does
back.
Seattle really need him?
Apparently they think they need a running I don't know why.
I don't know why.
But apparently they think they do.
Rawls and Precise, I think, will do just fine.
And they both got hurt, but I mean, shit happens.
Right. Martellus Bennett, he went to the Packers.
That'll be big.
You think?
Martellus Bennett was huge last year.
Where was he at last year?
New England.
Yeah, that's right.
And Green Bay desperately needs a good tight end.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's true.
And the guy doesn't get hurt.
No, he doesn't. Campbell, he went to the Jags, finally.
See there again, it's another way the Jaguars look fantastic on paper.
Right.
That
They
dude,
just don't vibe together.
that dude's a beast on the line.
Yeah, I mean...
But, we gonna see anything? I don't know.
I hope so. I'd like to see the Jaguars pull something out.
So would I.
And you know, the
Be
thing...
crazy.
The thing that I noticed with them and the Browns last year, I can't think of any games where they got blown out.
No.
Like, every single game
They were
was
pretty close.
It was
I mean,
within like a touchdown.
Yeah.
Maybe two.
It wasn't too repugnant.
Yeah.
To change gears real quick, I want to do a couple little segments, tiny, short, because I know we're running out of time. And something I'd kind of like to start doing more, just for the little bits of the collective group. As you can hear when you're listening to us, we're all vapors, and so you hear the,
Yeah.
I kind of want to do a little thing, talking every now and then about different gear that we're looking at. Nothing major, because not like or juice or whatever. Just a little bit of input for anybody who's listening. And I'd like to start off with my part of that, with the Avocado 24. I love this thing. It's a bitch to get used to wicking, and there's a lot of shit you gotta do to wick it. But once you get it down, and like literally when I say a bunch, I just mean you've got to trim a certain way, and you can find it on YouTube. But I mean, you can find this thing for like $25 online. Most brick and mortar should have for like $35. It's a great little tank and gives you great flavor. I'm thoroughly impressed with it. I really love it. It's a good buy for what it is.
What box do you use?
I use the Alien 220.
You like it?
I love this box. Thinking about getting the G Prip, but I'm not sure. You guys got anything on gear?
Yeah, I use... Mine's kind of an olden but golden for me. I use the Buddha 28mm. I really like it. There's a lot of build room on it. It can handle just about anything you put in it. It's got room for it. And then I use the RX200 box mod, which I really like. My only complaint about those is it seems that on a lot of them, the paint chips. And it's not even from
They made it really flaky.
It's not even from like dropping it, because I've dropped mine one time.
You did fuck it up.
I did. But like it's not from dropping it, it's just from use. It just chips off. But otherwise, I really like it. I'm more concerned about usage rather than aesthetics, but...
I agree.
What about you?
For me, if you like building your own coils and stuff, I have to go with the OBS engine. It's got a massive build deck. You can fit pretty much anything in there.
Like
I mean,
my
not
dick?
quite as
My dick will pretty much
you
fit on there.
could probably fit your dick in there.
It's a good 12 feet.
I think you should order one and try it out. But yeah, you
Good
can,
12 feet.
you can pick them up for fairly cheap, and the flavor is absolutely amazing. Never had any issues leaking. The wicking is easy. You can fit quite a bit of juice in there. And the thing's, yeah, it's awesome. So OBS engine.
A lot of people do really love that thing.
It is an amazing RTA.
Yeah. And another thing we'd like to talk about too, while we, talking vaping, is Tasty Waves e-juice.
Yes.
Good stuff. Roger, you should totally send us some free stuff for promoting you. So we love your shit. You can find him on Facebook.
Yeah, you can find him on Facebook. He's got a website. It should be tastywavesejuice.com if you want to check it out. I have not run across a flavor that tastes bad.
We'll give you guys promo
it's
codes whenever we
amazing.
find out. We weren't really ready to do this. I just kind of sprung it on the guys. But next show, we'll give promo codes for any of the sites that we know about.
And I think it's also pretty important, as far as vaping goes, to talk about bills and stuff.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just anything that's going on that we need to update people on. What to vote for, what not.
Yes, yeah. And one of the big ones, if you live in Kansas, which I don't know if you do, is SB 54,
Yeah.
which is the bill that will drop the tax from 20 cents to 5 cents. Just get a hold of your representatives on this one. Look it up. There should be many places that have information on who to contact and who to get a hold of, and vote, get them to vote yes. Drop it down. Like, if we don't do that, it could mean the end of vaping for a lot of places. A lot of brick and mortars won't be able to keep up, and that's a big thing. Like, I know a lot of people are online people, but really, you gotta support the local. I mean,
and even if you don't live in Kansas, there's gonna be bills in your state. You just need to pay attention, and it's not hard.
Every state.
Just get their email, and you can mass send it just to 10 or so people. You can find lists of, and just be like, hey, you know, I'm a vapor. This is how it's impacted my life. This is how it's helped me. You know, just something like that. You don't have to write a whole essay.
No,
Take short and sweet. Minutes, but make it known that this is affecting you.
Yeah, if they don't know, you know, they're not gonna. They're not gonna. The Kratom people got pissed, and now like Kratom is massively like. There's no chance for there to be a ban on that anymore. Mm-hmm. Like as vapors, we can come together and do that same thing.
I agree.
So yeah, check out Tasty Waves, ejuice.com. Check out local bills, man. Like, you definitely want to do what you can for that. And the next segment I want to start there again, real short, is video games. I've heard a lot of video game podcasts, and they're awful. I hate to be mean to some of you guys, but Jesus Christ. And
so let's do another awful one.
I'll start off my part with saying this. Ubisoft, fix your fucking servers.
No shit. You produce some good games, but...
For Honor is a great fucking game. I love that game. And I haven't played it in like 3 weeks because the server crashes every game.
Yeah.
And it's completely pointless. So if you're thinking about buying that game, don't until they fix that server.
Which sucks because I've heard so many good things about it.
It's so awesome. It's like Game of Thrones meets Call of Duty.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of...
And I mean that like in the massive battle sense and, you know...
Yeah.
But it's swords and shield and it takes a lot of skill and whatever, but yeah, but you can't complete a game. Like, every game I played, it cuts off in the middle of it.
That's not cool.
Yeah, you gotta fix your servers. Do you guys got anything on gaming at all? Relevant?
I'm kind of interested in that, what is it called, Wildlands game? Is it Tom Clancy?
Oh, you mean...
Outlands?
No.
No, it's Wildlands.
It's not Wildlands either.
It is.
I don't believe so.
I'll pull it up real quick.
It's the newest Tom Clancy game?
Yeah.
Because I was actually looking at buying that game.
It looks very interesting.
The Division. No,
I don't...
Oh, Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah, okay. Ghost Recon Wildlands. Yeah, I keep getting the two, Tom Clancy and Ghost Recon mixed.
That looks really good.
But it looks really good. It does look really good.
Are you a Ghost Recon kind of guy?
I haven't played Ghost Recon in a long time. When I first started playing games, I was kind of into that kind of stuff, but I kind of faded away from the whole Ghost Recon.
I don't like how you have to like tell your guys to do this and that. And
I kind of like that. It's like a strategy type.
Yeah, and I get that. Like I'm just dumb.
No, everybody likes different genres and stuff. But.
I don't think I really have anything to add.
Nothing.
Like, to be honest.
Oh, I got a funny story. I was watching, I play Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1's a pretty good game. The only thing I dislike about it is the loading times for the servers.
Yeah.
They are extremely long. Like, if I go play...
but you have a good connection throughout.
Oh, I have a great connection.
I mean, it just takes a while.
Yeah, I'll go play, like, Operations. That's the worst one for me. And it'll take, like, 5 minutes to load through. But, so I'm on YouTube the other day, and I come across this video. And I was like, okay, let's check it out. It's a sniping video. I love sniping on Battlefield. And this guy's trying to shoot this guy. Well, the guy on the other end is dodging every single bullet. It is crazy. He's crouching down, going to the side, going to the other side, jumping up in the air. You know, this guy's missing every single shot, just going right by him. You
Sounds
know?
like me.
And at one point, he jumps to the side at the same time, and his legs are like split open like that, like he's running through the air, you know. And his legs are split open,
and I'm sure.
And the bullet goes right in between his legs.
What a man!
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, he dodges a couple more times, and he like runs off.
That's awesome.
Well, it'd be
I was
awesome.
like, okay, fuck this,
It
I'm
would be
done.
awesome if, like, the tank.
Yeah, you see this tank coming through the background.
Just while we're on games, real quick, play Final Fantasy Realm Reborn. It's a great game. That's another company. I'm promoting you, so, maybe give me some subscriptions. I don't know, something. But it's a great game. I love it. If you are into MMOs at all, it's fantastic. Great community. It's just really fun to play. Anyway, we did have some other stuff we don't have time for, but that's okay. That's gonna be it, I think. Cause I think we're already super long. So
yeah.
Anyway, thanks a lot for listening, guys. Love you. I'll fuck you later.
Bye.
Peace.